and welcome to Anthony's Brick Builds, and today we're going to be going over my top 10 LEGO Star Wars The Last Jedi sets. Now, before we go on further on into this video, please be sure to like, share, and subscribe. Turn notifications button on if you haven't already. My goal is 2,000 subscribers. We are doing so good, and we're getting really close to getting there, so I really hope we can get there soon. So hit that subscribe button, and let's hop right on into number 10, where we have the First Order ATST, again, set number 75201. This set came out in 2018 with 370 pieces. 4 minifigures are included in the set. You have Rose, Finn, BB-8, and Captain Phasma. This set retail for $40 US, and you can get this down for $70 on the aftermarket. Pretty much that $70 is for that Captain Phasma figure, which has only come in a couple sets to date. But this set does look really funny with that ATST severed head. Absolutely hilarious, and definitely a really funny scene for the movie, even though it was a pretty, not the best set that came out. I mean, we just had the Imperial ATSC that came out, I believe, 2016. Then we got that one in 2018, 2 years later. But next we have a pretty good one, being the Octo Island Training. This set was given number 75200. This set came out in 2018 with 241 pieces. 2 minifigures were included in the set. For a $30 US price point, this can now for around $40 on the aftermarket today. Definitely a pretty unique set. It looks just like the Jedi Temple that was seen in, I think, The Mandalorian. It looks really good. You have a porg, some utensils, as well as Rey for staff, as well as Luke Skywalker. Not the best Luke Skywalker that we've had, but definitely pretty good that they did give him his cape. But that island does look really cool. I like the rock piece included in that set. We'll be moving on to our next one, being the Resistance Transport Pod. It's up here a little higher than some of the other ones because it's a pretty cool, unique build, and it does look pretty cool, actually. I kind of like that yellow cockpit. But again, set number 75176. This one came out in 2017, and it has 294 pieces. 3 minifigures are included in the set: Rose, Finn, and BB-8. Really kind of cool set for $30 US. This is for around $30 on the aftermarket today. Definitely not a big jump in prices over the past without 6 years, pretty crazy, or 7 years actually. But next we'll be having the First Order Heavy Scout Walker. This set was getting our 75177 with 554 pieces. 4 minifigures, including the set being a Resistance Fighter, a First Order Gunner, General Hux, as well as a Flame Trooper. A really interesting set. This one came out for, I believe, was $70 or actually $50 US. This can go for around $60 on the aftermarket today. Unfortunately, this was in a cut scene from The Last Jedi, so this wasn't even seen in the movie. Maybe a teensy bit in the background, but we don't even know what it actually did in the movie, so that's not the best thing for a set. I know LEGO does get preliminary images from Star Wars, and you can't get everything right every single time, but definitely a little sad this wasn't taken up from a different spot. But all in all, the vehicle does look really cool, and the legs kind of move as it kind of walks around. So a really cool design, and definitely pretty cool. At number 6, we have Kylo Ren's TIE Fighter. This one came out in 2017, given set number 75179 with 630 pieces. 5 minifigures are included in this set for an $80 price tag. And this one did actually go up in price and gets us now for $190 to $200 today. Definitely a really cool TIE Fighter. Of course, having Kylo Ren, BB-9E, a First Order TIE Fighter, and a First Order Stormtrooper. BB-9E looks really good. I really do like BB-9E. A definitely underrated figure, but that TIE Fighter is incredible. Looks really good, and they did that such a good job. Looks just like a TIE Defender plus a TIE Striker put together, so looks really good. Moving on to number 5, we have the buildable BB-8, given to number 75187. This one came out in 2017 with 1,106 pieces. 1 minifigure, including that set, being a BB-8 for $99 US, and this can go for around $200 on the aftermarket today. I remember all the way back in 2019 when the set was about to retire. I was able to get this on Amazon for I think like $25. I just can't believe it. I have that figure looking at me right now. A amazing build. It looks incredible. Definitely one of the best buildable characters we've had. The body, how they're making it almost perfectly circular, is such a hard thing to do with Lego. Looks incredible and definitely a really good set. We'll definitely recommend it if anyone does have the chance to get it. But then we'll be moving on from one buildable character to the next, being the Porgan Center 75230. This one came out in 2018 for $111 for $70 price tag, and you get us down for $140 on the aftermarket today. Just like with the BB-8, I was able to get that one on Amazon. Got them both together for like $40, a really crazy price. A amazing set, looks so cute on the shelf. Definitely a amazing buildable character. Great functionality when you just push the tail down and the mouth and wings come open, and it makes a really cool sound if you just use your imagination. We'll be moving up to our top three. These top three could be switched around a little bit. These are some really solid sets. Probably some of the best sets that we ever got from the sequel trilogy. So we'll be moving on to, you can definitely, like I said, definitely play with your imagination and move these sets around, but we'll be moving on with this First Order Star Destroyer. This one came out in 2017, gets 75190 with 1,416 pieces. 8 minifigures are included in this set for a $160 price tag, and this can go for around $250 to $60 on the aftermarket today. A really good set. I mean, we have some really interesting figures, being like a First Order officer, a First Order stormtrooper, a First Order, I think that's captain or a sergeant, a medical or torture droid, as well as we have Supreme Leader Snoke, and a tiny little hologram piece. Looks just kind of like the Palpatine hologram, but kind of doesn't look like it without the headpiece, and as well as a First Order technician. And then we have a First Order gunner in here as well. It also includes BB-90 as well. Does have a lot of stud shooters on the side to simulate turbo lasers. A pretty good way of incorporating turbo lasers into the main build. You can put Supreme Leader Snoke in and out of that little chamber, and he can turn around and he can go up and down in his kind of like throne area. And then it does have a handle, of course, so it can go up and down. Definitely be pretty cool to see a comparison between the First Order Star Destroyer and the Imperial Star Destroyer coming out in August. So if I can get my hands on this, stay tuned for that, because that would actually be a pretty good video. Moving on to number 2, we have the First Order Heavy Assault Walker, also known as an ATM-6 Walker. Again, the number 75189. This one came out in 2018 with 1,176 pieces. 5 minifigures are included in the set, being a AT-AT driver, a rebel or a Resistance fighter, a First Order stormtrooper, Rey, and Poe Dameron. So a really strong selection of figures for a $150 price tag. This can go for around $170 to $190 on the aftermarket today. A amazing walker, definitely a really good walker. I mean, that's why this is so high on our top 10 list. Incredible build, looked really cool. I've seen this in real life twice, and it looks incredible. Definitely will be a good one to get my hands on one day. A really good one, so stay tuned for a review coming on that one if I can ever find it for a reasonable price. Then we move on to number 1. We have the Resistance Bomber Finch Dallo version. We're going to be using it for this comparison, but this will be given another 75188-2, or if it was -1, it'll be the original one without Finch Dallo. -2 is the one with Finch Dallo. This one came out in 2018 after its original release was in, I believe, like 2017, and this wasn't used too much in the movie, so it wasn't as popular, but that Finch Dallo version brought this set from a $100 price tag to a $2,000 set, sealed in box, coming with a bunch of characters, being a couple pilots, Finch Dallo, Admiral Holdo, as well as Poe Dameron. So a very good assortment of characters and a really cool functionality of dropping the bombs from the bottom of the ship. Looked really good, and that Finch Dallo version did not hurt that set at all. So that is all. That's pretty much it for this video, guys. Please be sure to like, share, and subscribe. Turn notifications button on if you haven't already, and I'll see you guys in the next LEGO Star Wars video. I'll see you guys in the next LEGO Star Wars video. May the Force be with you. Bye-bye.